Yeah, this is a message brought to you by the I Don't Care What You Think podcast. I'm Ray Spitter.
Doughboy. Oh, that's all you were saying?
Yeah, I was setting you up. This is a message brought to you by This is a message brought to you by the I Don't Care What You Think podcast. I'm your boy Ray Spitter.
Yo, this your boy Doughboy. The I Don't Care What You Think podcast and I Don't Care What You Network has now partnered up with SUPLMNT, the #1 black-owned and the first ever black-owned water bottle company. He said we had the Fugazi before, so it's out with the old and it's in with the new, baby.
And that's your supplement for the day.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the I Don't Care What You Think podcast.
Well, we don't care what you think.
It's your host Doughboy.
It's your boy Ray Spitter.
And we are here with and Andy. And we are here with another special
Black on.
guest. Oh,
Black man.
Woo!
Black man.
Black man, black man.
Black man. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blackity black, no black. And I'm blicky black, blackity black.
We have the owner, the CEO, the creator, the mastermind behind the brand supplement water bottles. For y'all to be specific, for the ones, what is the supplement? We ain't talking pills.
Nah, we ain't talking pills.
We talking water bottles.
We ain't talking pills, but you gonna get your daily dose.
We got Jay in the building.
Yo, we get it. Philadelphia's own.
Philadelphia's own.
Thanks for having me, man.
It's
the first black-owned insulated bottle, man. Let's throw that.
Word, first. Damn,
Oh, it's the first.
I ain't know that. Nah, I ain't know that. You put me on game with that one. I ain't know that
It's
one.
a different kind of flex.
That's a different type of flavor. When the first, damn. Yeah,
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real. Before we even get into asking you questions, I've seen a lot of people that now make bottles and they putting that in their title. Like
Right.
I can't remember the name of the water bottle.
Which one?
But they shot a promo video just like yours.
Yeah.
Like it was spot. I thought it was him. Then they turned the bottle around. I'm like, who?
I'm
Then it was like
ooh.
black owned. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that.
That ain't the
What's the
spill.
name? Send that to me.
When I find it, I'm gonna send it to you.
That ain't the spill now.
Because we got sponsored by Dad Gang, and then I got on social media one day and I seen the company that said Mama Gang. I'm like, really?
Oh, Mom
you
Gang,
know
yeah, I
how
seen
it
that.
is.
Yeah. So when I seen your company and I knew it was first, when I seen everybody,
Yeah.
because it's one thing that we all make water bottles.
Facts.
Yo, you're stealing my branding.
Right.
Like you're doing my commercials, you're doing my promo videos, and it's like,
You know how
That's
it is,
wild.
man. Swagger Jack, I ain't tripping.
Right.
well,
That's humble.
what's so
Welcome.
welcome here. We appreciate you coming here.
For sure.
What made you go in that lane? Before we even go to the past, to growing up in Philly, what made you even go with water bottles?
Nah, you can't even go there first. Sorry to cut you off. You gotta build it up. Like,
No, I just need to know because that's so.
you wanna get straight to the joint?
Yes, because
That's
that's
random.
Yo, it blew my mind. Like,
Nah, word. No, that's what I'm saying.
So it's funny because I was in sales for the longest. I tried so many different brands and companies. I've been trying to start for the longest, but I actually was selling items on Amazon. I don't know if you ever heard of like Amazon FBA.
Yeah.
So I was on there and they got this platform where you could see like all the top selling items on Amazon. And then I saw by category, I saw this one category that was doing like 40,000 units a month. And it was a water bottle. It was Hydro Flask actually at the time. And I never heard of them at that time anyway. I was just like, who's Hydro Flask? So I hit up everybody I knew like, yo, you ever heard of this brand? They like, nah, I never heard of Hydro Flask. So I looked it up. I saw that they had sold for like 200 and something million in 2012 to some company. And I'm just like, wow, this big company, they sold for this crazy things, but me or nobody I know is using this shit. So I was just like, let me like venture into like see what this water bottle thing is all about. So I ended up going to grab some knockoff bottles from like Alibaba, just some knockoffs, just to like, I bought them in bulk and I was just like selling them to like everybody that I knew. And people was coming to me like, yo, man, this joint's keeping my stuff ice cold all day. Like, how did you invent this? They thinking I invented the technology of keeping shit cold or hot.
Word.
And so that's when I was just like, okay, so I definitely got a market. So from there, I decided to kind of like actually take that joint seriously. This is back in like 2016, 17 when I was doing that. So, I was able to, because I had a sales background, I was able to like do stuff on LinkedIn. I found the original guy that created the Hydro Flask. I DM'd him on LinkedIn like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do. It took him forever to respond, but he finally responded. I got him on a call. I told him what I was trying to do. He thought it was dope, which was crazy. I was just
That's
like,
fire.
damn, like this dude just went crazy with his brand, and he thought what I was trying to do was dope. And he connected me with like some designers. I got a black industrial designer, connected me with like a team where I could raise money, connected me with a factory. And so, 2018 and 2019 was just me just like designing my own shit, because I didn't want to have a bottle that anybody like your peoples you saw. He probably got that joint off like Alibaba. I'm pretty sure, because the steps you got to take to get a designer and somebody that can, you know what I mean, that the functionality is so much that goes into like the tech of the bottle to make sure that it's an actual functional bottle and it's like high quality premium materials. It even working with a factory that's willing to even talk to you, because most of these factories they so used to doing like massive orders, they won't even take a call from somebody in the U.S. They just won't. You know what I'm saying? So because I had the connection with the guy from Hydro Flask and he did millions of dollars with them, he opened the door for the conversations to happen, and I was able to design it. But insulated water bottles, when I looked at all the other brands like Yeti, Hydro Flask, Swell, Stanley wasn't even thought of at the time. When I looked at those brands, they were all geared toward like white America. You know what I mean? Like hiking, being out on the water, kayaking.
Definitely.
Yeah, like just doing stuff and surfing, just doing stuff that the culture is not naturally seen doing. So that's why we never heard of them, because they weren't gearing their product toward us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, Eureka, let me be the one to create the bottle that's like, you got that joint in the studio, you got it at cookouts, you got it at the festivals. You know what I'm saying? You got it in places where the culture is.
Word.
And I was just like, if I can accomplish that right, then I'll be like the biggest water bottle brand in the country. You feel me? So
That's dope.
I know that's a long-winded answer.
Nah. That's perfect. That's
Nah.
that you could use that motivation. Like you could hear that story and be motivated to do anything.
Right,
And you
right.
could be like, let me look this up. Like, is anybody making airless basketballs? Because I seen that yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How I looked at it, it was just like typical black-owned businesses are typically the same kind of thing. And there's no knock to anybody that tries it. If that's your passion, if that's what you do, then, go hard with it. But like people always like, like T-shirts, candles. It's just like we got a lot of the similar, genres. So when I was thinking about water bottles, I'm just like, ain't nobody thinking about this or doing this in the culture. It was completely outside the box from what the norm was.
For sure.
So I was like, if I can do it right and create something premium and the culture starts to realize it, then, it's a landslide. You know what I mean? Then by the time somebody tries to figure it out, it's too late. Like, we already embedded ourselves, like, in the culture as the bottle for the culture. So, being that we got people and big celebrities that are starting to adopt it. Jay-Z's walking around with the bottle. You got Jadakiss. You got all these different, Steph Curry. You got all these different people that are walking around using supplement bottles naturally, that it's just like, it's kind of crazy for me. Even when I be seeing, I be getting, I don't even be looking for this shit. People be hitting me up like, yo, tagging me, like sending me like, yo, you saw Jay-Z in the Hamptons with your bottle? I was like, oh, snap. Like, I was just as surprised as they was.
I was just going to ask you how he get the bottle. That's why I said, I was waiting for you to finish.
So we do a lot of custom stuff. So like I was saying earlier, we do, that's our bread and butter while I build the company, because starting a grassroots brand, there's just a lot that goes into a lot of funding that you really need to like go crazy. Like, Stanley's been around for 100 years, so they've been doing steadily. I looked at their numbers. They was doing steadily before these bottles went crazy, like 70 million off selling like construction stuff for years. You know what I'm saying? So when it came down to that particular bottle, they was able to just pay like thousands of influencers on TikTok.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they
Stanley
paid them.
is the joint with like the hardware stuff.
Yeah, that's
the bottle is them.
That's them.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, like that. Nobody knows. Everybody think, oh, this is new. Nah,
Yeah,
they
don't think it's a branch off.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a branch
snap.
off of that construction company. So they've been doing that. They've been doing it for years. So they had the budget to just like pay 1,000 influencers on TikTok to talk about their bottle. Boom, goes viral easy. You know what I mean? But it's just like a corporation. It's not like it's like a person like your boy out here like going hard, doing all of this stuff. So for me, I had to create a different way to bring money in. So I developed like a custom water bottle program. We're able to just customize a whole bottle. We do it for so many people's brands: Adidas, Nike, Intuit, fucking QuickBooks, Adobe. Like, we've done so many of those. So we use that funding to like actually fund the business and do the fun stuff. But while we were doing that, we was able to get a connection with Paper Planes. So
wow, that's
so yeah,
dope.
we do bottles. We've been doing bottles for paper planes for like 2 years now. So we do them for them, but they do whatever they do with them after they buy them from us. So who knows how he got the bottle? You know what I mean? But like he a billionaire, he could use any bottle. But he like faithfully uses supplement bottles all the time. Like you could just Google Jay-Z in the Hamptons and you'll just like right now if you wanted to, you will see him walking around with a supplement bottle. So
that's dope.
Those pictures, people would be like, how'd you? I'm like, yo, that's the tabloids. I didn't even take them pictures. I'm getting them off Google. So yeah, just doing those connections with different big brands, like the bottles are just showing up all over the place. So
that's tough.
It's organic, bro.
So
kinda
the
crazy.
name.
Yeah, supplement. So when I started the brand, I wanted to have some type of give back portion that was just like not just being like the best bottle for the culture, but also doing something to empower the culture. And growing up in the inner city, I just remember nobody ever telling me to drink water or stay hydrated. Like never. Like my mom ain't never no knock to her or anybody parents, but like your parents don't ever tell you to go drink some water, or especially when you grow up in the hood. You know what I mean? You going to the corner store.
Not as a kid, at least.
Yeah, not as a kid.
Yeah.
Nah, you drinking all type of stuff.
Mad
like
juicy
Kool-Aid,
juices.
hella sugary shit. So
Yeah.
so I wanted to have something to push it in another direction. So drinking water was gonna be like the main thing of the brand to make sure everybody was staying hydrated and drinking water. So water is your body's most important supplement. So I was just like, man, that's a good phrase. And the word supplement, I was just like, let me just take out a couple letters and just like, that's gonna be the premise. So it's in the DNA of the brand. Water is the body's most important supplement. So the bottle's gonna be called supplement. You feel me? So that's pretty much how I came up with the name. It's kind of crazy because like the name was gonna be something else, but I couldn't own it. And I had just got my bottles in production overseas and they were done. And they like, yo, we got to laser at your name on here. Like, what is it going to be? So I had to literally come up with that name, like, in like 6 hours, yo. Like, so I was just, because it was a totally different name, but this other brand, Camelback, owned that name. So I'm like, if we blow up, they're eventually just going to sue us, and I'll have to give them everything I worked for. So I had to find a name that I could own, and I found it on Twitter. I found it on Instagram. And I found the TikTok. I could find all the like that exact spelling where I could like own it, which I think is a big thing. So I ain't have to put like no dots or no slashes or no other weird shit in the middle.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, so like, but it's luckily it was then like it's hard when you're trying to start something and you're trying to find like that exact spelling for the social tags. But everything had a line that night. I was just like, oh, this is the name.
Can you share the other name with us or you can't?
The other name?
Yeah.
It was gonna be Antidote. We was trying to, it was gonna be Antidote because we was trying to be like the antidote. It was like this whole corner. It's like, even when I think about it, it was kind of cheesy, but it was like we was gonna be the antidote to like like unhealthiness, like not drinking enough water, being dehydrated, all this. We had this whole little thing, but we couldn't own the name, which I'm actually was like, now I'm looking back, I'm happy that we couldn't own that shit because like that was gonna take us on a whole nother path. Supplement was just like the easy in, you know what I mean, when it comes to drinking water and shit.
So when you say we, is it the team behind you? Like,
yeah, I have people, definitely have two people that I work with, but it's all like they're part time, I'm full time. So
okay.
So I'm the one really in the trenches, like doing everything, and that's why I like to tell people think that that I got like a ton of people working for me, but it's like, nah, I just create a well-oiled machine where it's like I got the warehouse people that's that ship everything, do everything like that. I got the company, I got the whole team that does all the custom stuff. You know what I mean? Then I got, CRMs where I can handle all the customers and it's just what I do full time. So I'm just a hustler. So I make it look like that, like we got a ton of people, but I'm still in the trenches just trying to break through that barrier because like presenting something to the culture that they weren't typically doing or using is kind of difficult. And then you got, your companies like Stanley, they got huge budgets that try to like overshadow us.
Right.
But their reign is actually starting to slow down. Like Target is not click carrying anymore. So it's like they had their run, which was an incredible run. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like the culture in the streets is looking for what's the next best thing. And I mean that's us. You feel me?
Yeah. So as your brand rises, have you, without publicly seeing it, have you seen people try to stop the rise? like other companies?
Even Instagram, like they'll shadow ban us and shit like that. Like we'll post something and we'll collab or do something like with our partner Gary Payton and
GP.
Yeah, it'll be something that's like for instance, we put a video up without no talking, just him like showing a bottle, and that joint goes crazy. It gets like 40,000 views. And then we'll put the video up of the explaining the bottle and like, yo, it's for the culture, da da da. And Instagram will cap it at like 3,000 views. Mind you, he has 600 something thousand followers. Yeah. We got almost 19,000. How does only 3,000 people see this video? It doesn't even make sense.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? So it's like there are things that are happening behind the scenes that we don't know that try and stop the wave, but eventually they ain't gonna be able to stop. They ain't gonna be able to stop it. You know what I mean? So it's just like you know the other brands, they have the bread to try and to make stuff happen or stop stuff. But that's the whole thing that I tell people that try to get into selling stuff is just like it's really just a consistency game. It's just like whatever stuff that's happening, you just gotta kind of figure it out and kind of pivot through that to keep going, because once you stop, then you let the opposition win. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they don't want me to keep going because they like, wait, hold on, like, you got all these athletes and celebrities. Like, I'm reaching the audience that they couldn't reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't authentically reach and go to these places and be there and talk the lingo. Like, I don't gotta act when I'm making my videos and shit like that. Like, it's just who I am. It's just who we are. Yeah. So people gonna resonate with it already. They like, oh shit. Like, people don't know who we are. That's our biggest thing. It's just trying to get out there, get people, because once people recognize like, we got a brand that do this. Like, we don't gotta use Stanley's and we don't gotta, and the quality is better because our quality is better. It's like, bro, the floodgates gonna open up, and you already know what the affluent white America, they like what we do anyway. So
right,
once they like, this is what they on, then we got them too. So they don't trust me. They don't want us. And when this thing come out, I'm put this clip on Instagram. They don't want us to do what we about to do, but you can't stop the wave because I'm not gonna stop. Y'all gonna have to take me out.
That's the funny. You can't stop the wave, and
stop the wave.
It's a water bottle company.
You can't stop the wave.
You can't stop the wave, man.
So what was the moment you knew, like, you got everything in production, it's rolling, and then something happened, or you seen somebody with the bottle and you was like, oh, we on?
Well, for real, it was early on because I was still working and I was doing the bottles and stuff like that, and then I did these custom joints for this artist in Vegas. His name Pretty Dunn. I'll shout him out. And he does like murals and stuff like that, like for companies. And he did a mural for Warby Parker's, like his eyeglass company. And at the time, I never heard of them. He was like, yo, they saw the bottle that you did for me, and they like, yo, we never seen that style. Like they want to do an order with you. And I'm like, okay, cool. I looked them up. I saw they did like the fastest growing eyeglass company in America. I'm like, holy crap. So at this time, I didn't have nothing set up. I ain't have no sales sheets, nothing. They was like, can we do? They sent me the artwork. Can we do this? I'm like, yeah, we could do it. So I made all this stuff up on the fly, like just a random pricing sheet. Did all this stuff, sent it to them, sent them pricing. They liked it, and then which was crazy. The pricing was like up there too, because I was just like, man, I'm gonna shoot high and let them tell me to go lower. Right. So I did that, and it was a $60,000 order.
Damn.
And, so that was my first corporate order. So when that happened, I was just like,
shit.
I was like,
numbers like that make a nigga sweat.
Right. I was
surprised.
God. I was looking at it. I was just like, so I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, but I need 50% up front, bro. They sent 30 grand. I was like, holy shit.
Oh shit.
Mind you, this was a hobby at that point. It's like I was still working, and I was just like, I'm gonna try this brand out, try to do this, and then you get an order like that, then I was just like, oh, I think I got something. I think I got something here with this. And then after that, I got everything to them on time. I found a local, a domestic partner that can like do custom bottles, which was super hard to do. It took me forever to find one. I found one. So I started just marketing that. And because of that, I started to get a bunch of little smaller orders. But then like maybe like 6-7 months later, Warby Parker hit me up for another one. It was like another 25 grand for like the end of the year. And I was just like, okay, so this is a real business that I got right here. So using that money, I was able to start funding the other side of the business to start trying like, all right, I need to grow this as like a brand, like a real lifestyle joint. And then at the same time, my job was relocating the whole office to Virginia, and I was like, I'm not moving to fucking Virginia. So,
I was about to ask you that. I was about to say when that half deposit hit, was you like, yeah, I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in? Like,
nah. So I was doing that joint while I was at work. So I was just like, because at first, like right now I wouldn't be able to do it, but back then I wasn't clicking like that. Like I wasn't getting like a bunch of orders every week. Like so I had the time, but the job was moving us. So and it's the heart of COVID. It's 2020. So like COVID hit, niggas couldn't even go to work. They had to, go into the office. Everybody was home wearing masks and all that crazy. That was a weird time. So at that time, I was already home. You know what I mean? And then they was like, oh, we moving the office to Virginia. If you can't move, then we're gonna give you severance. I was like, I'll take the severance. And then unemployment was going crazy. I don't know if y'all was a part of that, but
I was at work. I'm gonna send you working.
Yeah.
Bro, they was going crazy. So
I'm gonna send you working.
They was adding like 400 on top of the joint. So I was just like, oh yeah, fire me, please. So I'm out of there. I was collecting that. I was just stacking, bro. I was just in there.
Dying.
I was in there stacking and just building the. So I feel like that's why I said I went hard with it, because I feel like
everything was happening for a reason.
I feel like God and the universe. I feel like they were just like setting me. Like if I didn't start it and like follow through with it right then and there, then I would have missed out on probably like my calling in life. Word. You feel me? I'm like everything was set up. Like, all right, your job lets you go. They give you severance. You get unemployment for 6 months. Like, bro, don't go back to work. Like, just focus, zone in on this, and make it happen. So, I feel like that everything was aligned like that, and I just kind of went with the punches. You feel me?
So where did the design come from?
So I had got a black industrial designer. We wanted to make sure that the bottles. He actually from I think he's from the Bronx. He actually from the Bronx, but he was living in Chicago at the time. So that's where I would meet with them. We would like ideate on designing a bottle. And it's crazy. I tell people this. It's like, yo, the mind of like an industrial designer, bro, it's freaking crazy. You tell them like you shout some stuff out to them like, yo, I want the bottle to relate to this and this. And then from just my words, they're able to just create all these different kinds of fucking bottles. We went through like 10 or 12 different designs, and we like combined 3 of them to make the supplement bottle. So
that's tough.
We was just like, we wanted to represent the street. So like the top of the bottle is like the representation of like the city blocks.
Like four-way,
that we all grew up on. And then we put that gritty texture in the bottle, so that way it's like it represents like that grit. You know what I mean? That we all got. And then we wanted to figure out something that connected with culture like crazy, which was sneakers. Like everybody's huge with sneaker culture. So the carrying loop it's a shoestring. It's a shoestring carrying loop. And then of course we wanted to have a rubber boot on the bottom. So this was a replica of a Jordan 1 on the bottom. So we just did all these different cool elements to try and make it like, yo, like this is something that we could resonate.
A man from the Bronx ain't want to incorporate no Timbs.
That's funny, right? Yeah, nah, he did.
Well, I'm gonna clap for that, man. That you did that with the culture and
nah, that's fire.
The design of the bottle, that was the one thing I give you from everything you're saying about your company and how you branded it. You branded it for the culture. Mm-hmm. So it's not for just the urban black person.
Right. Yeah.
It's for the black person.
The black person,
Because it don't matter where you come from, whether you was born in the hood or not. Yeah. We all like sneakers.
Exactly.
Whether you was born, we all like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so it's like that whole brand state when you say
everybody's from an intersection.
Yeah, when you was like, yo, they're not for the culture. Yeah. You didn't exclude nobody. Nope. That wasn't black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like yo, you black, you from the culture. Yeah. I'm speaking from the culture of who we are as people. Yeah.
And on top of that, it's gonna fit in anywhere. Like it can branch outside of the culture. Like once we get the other cultures, we can just put these in the store. So now we fit in just like the culture do.
Michael Jordan is the biggest sneaker brand ever.
Yeah.
Right. So once he say it's from the replica, we here.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you. You told Nike that?
Bro,
you did the deal with Nike. You told them that.
We've done bottles for them, but like custom joints that they put in like gift bag. We did the Air Max, the Nike Air Max Day bottles where we had the whole joint printed on the joint.
That's fine.
That we did. So like we do small stuff like that, but like to really talk to like corporate. Bro, somebody plug me, man. If you watching this and you the plug, man.
Tap in.
Bro.
So how did the Gary Payton partnership happen?
So my man's is my marketing guy. He's like I said, he's the head of Adidas global basketball. So I ain't gonna drop his name because he's still heavy with them right now. So he, because of his connections, he knew people that knew people, and we gave out some bottles for the holidays, and one of the guys that like works with his team. He had got one. He was just like, yo, I like this joint. I think this is dope. And then on the bottom of our bottles, it say black owned. And so he was just like, yo, I think this is dope. And I got somebody that likes the bottles too and that might be interested. And so at first I had to call with the bull. And of course it went well. And,
Philly lingo? The bull.
Yeah. But I had to call the bull and it went well. So I was just like, bet. And he was just like, all right, yeah, the peoples I got is, you ever heard of like Gary Payton with the Warriors? I was like, of course I heard of this nigga. Like, of course. He was like, yeah, so he might be interested. I'm like, all right, bet. So set up the call, pitched to him, pitched to his whole team. They was rocking with it. They saw the potential in what it could be or whatever. And then, I mean, that's it. That was history from there. They invested. I flew out there, met with them, met Steph. You feel me? Like, all that stuff. So, yeah, it's just a super dope, convenient collab because he's like a unique, to me, he's like a unique investor where he's like, he's very popular, but he's not like too like big headed where he don't want to participate or just like, you know what I mean? Like take pictures or come do videos that you keep seeing on your Instagram and stuff like that. So definitely a dope partner. And I'm hoping that leads to a lot more exposure and a lot more people trying to, try to identify and start to use
that's fire.
Like that.
That's fire. Word.
So, you said this wasn't your first business.
Nah.
What was Almost Supplement? Because that's the one. So
No,
what was
Almost
the one that
Supplement
you
was
thought
Antidote.
was the one?
Honestly, I did so many random joints. I was selling cars at one point.
Hey, yo, that's number one in Philly. I ain't gonna hold you. That's number one.
Too. Yo, there's some crazy stories about selling cars. I had to get out that game because that joint was getting dangerous. I'm not gonna lie to you. But so I got out of that game and then I got into trucking right during the right when I was right before I started Supplement. I had got 2 box trucks and I had those joints running and it was sweet for like 4 months. I'm like, oh, I'm in the trucking game, but then shit started breaking down. And stuff getting stuck over the roof. Bro, that was the worst thing I ever did, bro.
Shit start breaking down.
Bro.
They said you need to fix the carburetor underneath the tabernacle, and then you got...
Yo, seriously.
That's
bro,
another 40,000.
What the hell is a tabernacle on a truck?
Bro, the crazy part is, when your truck breaks down over the road in another state, them niggas know you ain't bringing that joint back, so they just patch it up, charge you crazy, patch it up. Your guy get like 2 states away, same thing break. And so like it was just like I needed a more well-oiled machine, but I kind of got conned into starting that joint because some dude was kind of like, yeah, just get the truck and I'm gonna handle everything.
My man's a
You know what I'm saying? So like, so I got the truck. That nigga, bro.
Hey, yo.
We was coming, bro. That joint got crazy, but I was able to get my truck back, and then I was able to run it. I got 2 dudes in 2 different trucks. They was going crazy for like 4 months. It was sweet. Right. And then once some joints started breaking, it started to be like, all right, I got enough to just like pay myself a little something, cover a couple of the bills every month. Yeah. So I was just trying to get out that game completely because them trucks was just running me, bro.
I'm glad you brought up that trucking shit, man. Cause you know how you be in your group chat and you be talking, man, let's start a business, man. Let's get the business going. My man be like, man, we need to get into trucking. I be like, I'm not fucking with that shit, bro.
Do
like,
not do trucking, bro. I would say if you're gonna do trucking, you need to have a brand new truck and you need to get a dedicated route, like an actual contract. And because these drivers, man, these niggas, bro, I'm telling you, bro. And then over the road, like the maintenance, like you gotta have a well-oiled machine and like 50, 60 grand of reserves for stuff to happen.
Shit to happen, yeah.
Because if not, you gonna run yourself things. You gotta pay for gas, and if you in a box truck game, you gotta pay somewhere for your driver to sleep when they over the road. You got all the different fines and shit they gonna get at them weigh stations. You got, bro. It's just, bro. It's
a lot.
Oh, and if you don't know how to use a load boarder, you got to get somebody that books all your loads, bro. It's just too much of a. That was the most stressful time of my life.
Damn.
My wife just said that to me yesterday. She said one of her friends told her we should have started the trucking business. She could be the dispatcher, I'll be the driver.
Right.
And she was like, yo, when am I had time to do that? And then she was sitting there and she was like, I kind of regret that. I was
The
like,
dispatcher's sweet.
that's why I told her.
They don't have no risks.
I said, yo, you know I'm the only
loads.
driver here, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Bro,
like,
I'll say this. If your wife is a dispatcher and you're the driver, then it could be sweet because y'all working on your time, but because you ain't like the dispatcher is all one pot. So I mean it's your it's your thing. But for me it's like, all right, dispatcher get 15% and I gotta pay a driver and I get what's left. So it's like, and then you gotta pay your gas, all that. So if you was the driver and then somebody that you knew personally was the dispatch, then y'all can have a better oil machine as long as you get a new truck. But
yeah, brand new truck.
And that's,
Like,
and that's the thing. Them
that's
trucks
the thing.
cost
Them trucks is crazy.
grip.
And you don't want to, and then you fuck around and get a truck and you got to pay a crazy payment. It's like, all right, so I got to make this amount just to make this payment and pay for insurance.
Right.
So that's why I said there's too many variables, bro. That shit make my head hurt. If I get into after this, if I get anything else, it's gonna be storage units and laundromats, nigga. Simple.
Yo, the
simple
laundromat.
shit.
I know somebody that was talking about doing laundromats like
Yeah.
10 years ago. I don't know if they ever
Recession
did
proof.
it.
Niggas gotta clean their clothes and people don't got them in the crib.
Facts.
So,
At all,
So,
yeah.
So you talked about supplement thing came from the supplement, not thing, but the supplement bottle came from, you want people to drink more water and stuff like that. So you grew up in Philly and you shout out Mom Dukes, you know what I'm saying? You said she wasn't having you drink enough water.
right, 100%.
Give us that upbringing coming up in Philadelphia.
Ah, man. So I grew up and I was born in 1990. So like I grew up like heavy in the 90s in South Philly where the crack epidemic was just like booming. So like especially my block.
Word.
So that was my environment, was just heavy, just hood shit, just like heavy
regular shit.
Yeah, but when you young, you don't really realize it, and then when you start to get older, because my mom ended up moving us out of there right when I was starting high school. She moved us to Jersey, which was a great thing. That was probably the best thing that ever happened because I would have just spiraled down like a typical like. You know what I mean? Because that's where it was headed. Because that's the environment we was. We started getting we was heavily influenced by it. But like, you know what I mean? Shootings, just like, you go to school and you got the teddy bears on the corner and all that. Like you just growing like it's like killing and all that is just like the norm. Like seeing niggas, dog fighting was heavy back in. Like just seeing all that was just like the norm. And it's poverty, bro. Like
right.
you had no view of anything better. So like your whole view. That's what I think. That's the thing that's crazy in inner city when you don't got nobody like no aunt like outside the city or somebody that can like expose you to fucking grass in your backyard.
Yeah,
and just
right.
like just being able to like at night walking down the street and you ain't like on a swivel.
Glad
You ain't
you
gotta
said
be
that.
like on edge all the time. Like you just like that. You just always gotta be on edge. Like when I moved to Jersey, it was weird the first year. Like it was quiet. Like I ain't hearing nothing at night. It was hard to sleep sometimes. Like you just like but then you just start to, I'm still kind of on edge. Like still, because that shit is just in you after a while.
Word.
Even when you move, you still like you know what I mean. My lady, she grew up in the suburbs, so certain stuff she just like blah blah blah, blah. And I'm just like like you see that like So I think that it's a well balanced thing. Like I come from an area where you get that grit, you get that mentality, that hustle.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get that swagger about yourself. And then I moved to another area when I became like a full man, like then I ended up going to school and just like, so it's like I feel like I got like a well balanced upbringing where I seen some shit, but then I also was able to see the other side, and I just decided to, not saying that I ain't never venture off and start trying to sell and do like, of course I was like, I got family that was heavy in the streets and shit like that, in Philly and in North Jersey, like up here, like heavy family like out here, and that was getting busy, and while you in school, you broke, you trying to figure something out, so I definitely ventured, had my share of stupid shit, But I came right back.
So how does it feel? Like I know you said, growing up in the inner city in Philadelphia and not having nobody outside of the city to show you grass in the backyard.
Right.
How does it feel that you could potentially become that person for your family and your younger ones growing up?
I think it's super dope, man. It's what needs to be done for real. It's just like having that outlet. It just helps. That's why I like Gilly and Wallow. I love that the young boys be following them and they be trying to show, even though some stuff, whatever. But like they show the other side. Facts. You feel me? It's just like. Because all that street shit, all that stuff, like when nobody sees, when you're not able to see past your environment, it keeps you in that box and it stops you from like really achieving that potential that you really do got. Because a lot of these young boys is talented, they do got ideas, but they can't see past, you know what I mean, like what's happening this weekend or like my mom ain't got no bread, I need sneakers for school. Like how I'm gonna get this money? You feel me? Like it's just so many. It's like I don't fault nobody for what they do because sometimes your environment forces you to do that. Like y'all hungry. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Meek Mill had that song like how my mom gonna pay the bills when these jobs ain't hiring. But like it's like I get it. Like shit is just like when stuff is hard, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You a victim of your environment. So I think when people come back and you can have brands like mine or movements like what Wallow and them is doing. It can show them like, yo, it is stuff outside of what you got going on. And of course, back then, social media didn't exist, so it was no way for me to see that. Now these young boys they choose this now because it's so much visibility to the other side now. You can actually see success. You can see the other side.
You can see the life you can have.
Yeah, you can see it. When we was growing up, you
can't see shit.
Yeah, you ain't see nothing. I think Facebook ain't come out till like 2008. Like I was already in college. Like it was just like
people wasn't even like the way
it wasn't
people
even crazy. Yeah,
the way people take pictures now, like. I'm out the country. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They wasn't doing that like on MySpace. MySpace was literally, yo, we outside, take a picture of us, bro. Yeah. Facebook had a little bit of both, but it still wasn't like. At first,
it was
heavy.
just for colleges, and then after that, you couldn't upload videos. It was just straight pictures. It was, and then Instagram came out with straight pictures. And then eventually, like, okay, now you can post a short form video. It's like the evolution. Now in the young boys, you can see everything now. So that's why I say like we come from a different cloth, a different era. Yeah. Where like nobody like. What I saw on my block, that's all I thought existed. I ain't see nothing else. Right. It was impossible. Right. I ain't had no cable. I couldn't, I mean, so I wasn't watching Nickelodeon and shit like that. I was fucking watching UPN and fucking WB17 and shit.
You talk about when the channel stopped at 99.
That's how I grew up. So
the shit, you just used to hit the channel, you get the 99. Well, after 80-something or after 70-something, that shit all gray and white. Right. And then get the 99 and then go right back to 1.
Exactly.
Damn, those are good times, though. I'm not going to lie.
That's the era.
Those are some good-ass times.
Played outside and shit like that. So that's the era I grew up in. So I just feel like now, you know, they could see what's happening. I mean, you could see what's going on. So, you know, I think it's important that they see it, but, you know.
I want to make an announcement while we on the episode, because although you're sponsoring the podcast, we setting up an event, a basketball event next year. We want to know, would you like to sponsor us with some water bottles, you know? Because we trying to do it. We trying to do
How many kids?
No, we trying to do a 1v1. This is an adult joint. We ain't get to the kids part yet. Like this gonna be the first annual one.
I've been seeing them 1v1.
Yeah, we trying to do the 1v1 competition. You know, everybody enter 16 people, 8 games, 16 people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Trying to sponsor that joint and you know, have some water bottles out there. Kids and everybody welcome to come watch, but it ain't gonna be the kid tournament yet. Right. But you know, we trying to hook that up with
players. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, we trying to do that.
We can set that up.
Yeah, for sure. Why you laughing?
Ain't nobody tell you to announce that.
Hey, look, I'm trying to get shit in motion.
I was going to get in motion behind the camera.
I'm trying to get shit in motion. Let y'all know right now. If you get a water bottle.
So does he be like, I ain't say that. He gonna be like, episode 36. What you say?
Nah, we good. Trust me.
Look, man, y'all get a water bottle. Y'all know where it's coming from, man. It's coming from that supplement brand.
We got you.
And I'll let y'all know right now, he ain't stopped sipping that bottle since he been here. That means there's something good in there, and it's cold, too.
It's cold, man.
For sure.
You know what I respect the most about everything you saying? You authentic. Like you see some people do brands, and you see some people talk, and
I love that.
They
I love that
carry
shit,
a certain way. Like you know, because my brand, you know, I can't. and you came in here and you sat down, and it's a part of being comfortable. So I know we play a part in it.
No, the fact that you cursed, like once you was cursing and being yourself, I was like, we great. Like this is gonna be a good interview. I'm not, because a lot of people come to interviews and they try to be, bro, hey, how you doing? That, I'm such and such, and it's like, nah, bro, go ahead, let that shit out. Pause. Like they gonna, That's
the thing. See, when what we doing is, it's like, if I'm not being authentic to culture, then I'm just like the regular brands. You feel me? So it's like we are who we are. It's in the DNA, and I think that's like, I know your man's was like, what sets y'all apart? I'm like, that nigga. That's what sets us apart. Right. Is that like I can authentically connect. You know what I mean? I can sit down with y'all and we could shoot the shit, because why? We all from that same. It don't matter if you from St. Louis, Chicago. We all still got that. Like we all got that same thing about being, you know what I mean? It's something you can't really explain. You can't replicate. Yeti can't do that. You know what I mean? Stanley can't do that. Who they got? They don't got nobody that's
honestly,
really
a lot of people not sitting down with the CEO. They're sitting representation.
Like
you're the CEO.
You don't even know who runs those brands. You can't even look it up.
But I would say that's one thing about the internet I do like. On the internet, I learned that a lot of places got mad similarities. Like when we talk about shit that go, like they be like, oh, all black people do this, and you'll be seeing somebody from North Carolina. You're like, damn, yeah, we do that in Jersey. I like that.
Exactly. It's all the same, bro.
Yeah, word. I like that joke.
I respect that, because it goes hand in hand. Yeah. Because on your supplement page, you're on it, but you're on it. How can I explain it? Like we're here to promote the supplement brand in a certain way right now. So this is why you on it. Yeah. So now when you pop up on it, it's like, oh, he just like us. Hell yeah. Let me get the, and that's what a lot of people don't see. That's why I fuck with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Because you see other athletes talk. But actually that's why Shaq and that Charles Barkley, that's why all that worked.
Right.
Because they didn't talk like, I work for ESPN. They talk like your uncles in the living room.
Exactly.
It's like that's literally how they talk about basketball.
Legendary. That's why they do so good on that show, because they just be themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, trying to act like something that I'm not, that's just too hard, bro. I had to do that in corporate America for the 7 years I was working for that company, and I was just like, if I'm starting something for myself, I'm gonna be myself. Like I show up to myself on that. Mind you, I'm professional. I mean, I went to school, all that stuff. So in the business side is straight and clean, narrow. Yeah. But like I would sit down, bro. I would get on these calls. Like even when I got on a call with Paper Planes, the boy Ronnie that run it, he just got his feet up. He just like, hey, yeah, man, hey. They're like these guys, like the guys at the top, bro. These guys, bro. They professional on paper, but like, bro, the way they talk to you and stuff like that, and the most successful guys that I've worked with, they really just be on some chill. To them, like, bro. So it's like I'm not about to put on no super duper front. I'm gonna make sure my business is straight, but like I'm gonna just be myself. You feel what I'm saying? So
you got any any inspirational, not inspirational, but you got any inspirations like as far as business people that you not try to model your business after, but like you look at and be like, damn, that just motivated me.
It's certain people that I see what they do. That I like, but like I really try to model my brand after Yeti, because I just love the way that they did it toward their culture, and I'm just like, I want to model that same thing and just do it toward mine. You know what I mean?
Tough.
Like create dope, high quality bottles and just keep it going, from bottles to coolers to insulated backpacks, to just like kind of just keep it going. But it only happens with the support of the culture and people like respecting the grind and seeing the quality of the products and understanding that I'm doing this on some grassroots stuff, and I'm doing this to create something that resonates and that's like actually geared toward us. You know what I mean?
That's
for the stuff that we doing. So,
where I fucks with that. That's fine. Y'all gonna have any merch coming out?
We got some stuff dropping. We just had a bottle drop with J Tips. He like a designer with.
Oh yeah, he do the sneakers.
Yeah, and he has another bottle that he didn't.
Wait,
drop
what
yet.
did you just call it?
Saucony.
Oh,
it's not called Saucony.
Nah, no, he says it all the time. I'll be like, nah, man,
I only learned that from when I went to the Black Footwear Forum, and he went up and got an award, and he was saying like Saucony. I was like, oh, I've been saying Saucony, but especially in Philly, everybody say Saucony.
Yeah,
because Saucony's was out back in the day in Philly. Like niggas was wearing those. So but now, when I went to the joint, he was like Saucony. I was just like, okay. So now, maybe I'll be working with them now. I'll be like,
That's tough. That's dope.
That's one of my favorite brands.
Saucony
And he
brand.
was like, I said it before. He like, that ain't what it said. I said, that's the name of it,
Man,
bro.
that shit's
He was
Saucony.
like, no, it ain't. It's
That
Saucony.
shit's Saucony, man.
I said, no, it's Saucony. I said,
Saucony.
well, we had no way to prove it because nobody else say it. And when they say Saucony, I said it's Saucony.
Now you know.
I fuck with that shit. That's top. They got the hardest run out right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they going hard.
Yeah. Facts.
All right, so do you, like you said, you do customs and stuff like that, right? So you told us the story about when you first got your biggest order, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had an order and the client didn't like it, even though they're the ones who designed it?
You have people that not really, honestly. It's just like you like most customers, because the way I have my the way I have like the system set up is like I send you an art approval. Like I send you everything of what it's supposed to look like, how it's gonna be before we even print on a bottle. So they sign off on it and approve it. But you do get like the smaller, more anal customers that like, you know what I mean, like something might be off that they didn't expect and but I got a system for that. Like I'll handle it and I'll just redo it. You feel me? But it's so rare because I'm gonna make you approve the artwork first. So that way, like if you did try to come back, I'm like, you approved it, and it's in the fine print.
Yeah.
But we make sure we do the highest quality of possible that we could do for the most part. So we typically never had those problems for custom bottles.
So what's your favorite bottle you have made? Your favorite design out of all of them?
Man, shit.
Like when they sent it up and y'all agreed on it, you was like, oh, I'm gonna have fun making this.
Well, we do a lot of cool bottles for like museums and shit. Like we just did something. We did something for the Modern Art Museum, that was dope. We did something for the Smithsonian Museum.
I messed up with that too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that John was crazy. That bottle was crazy. It's just like it's so much bottles that we do that nobody even knows because it's just behind the scenes, and I don't like I try to keep the page as like a lifestyle page. So I don't be posting unless it's like a collab with somebody that's like relatable to the culture. Then I'll post it. Mm-hmm. We did bottles for Obama organization.
Tough.
We do that.
Damn.
We working on one right now for Obama.
Tough.
So we do a lot of cool stuff like that. But probably the coolest bottle, we did a bottle for Jeff Staples that I thought was dope. It was just for a launch for his was that All Star or I think it was Draft Week.
That's tough.
Man, but the best bottle we did.
Well, your favorite, not even the best. Your favorite, like your personal favorite.
It probably would be these J Tips bottles we just did, just because it's probably the fullest, most custom joints. The Pretty Dumb bottles was fire too.
You're going crazy right now.
It's just so many little joints that we do that I'll be like, yeah, like I'll get an extra one made and just keep that joint at the crib.
Tough.
So I got a ton. I gotta look at the collection and see which one is my favorite. But I like majority of them joints that we do.
So you keep them like when you make them, you make sure
like
you
certain
keep
brands, like yeah, like we'll like we just did Believe That bottles for Anthony Edwards, but them joints only are in China because he's doing a China tour right now. So we did those bottles. So only people in China gonna get them. But but I told my man like, yo, grab one and like send that joint to me because it's like certain ones. It's like you want to have that. You want to have it just like case when stuff does what it's supposed to do. I keep hammering at it and we really take off. It's like I'll have a little shelf that got like these are the ones that got me here. Like these are the ones these are the collabs. These are the corporate orders that help this side of the business do what it needed to do. So that's how I look at corporate orders. It's just funding the operation, getting more sizes, more colors, like increasing the line, like all that stuff is just like it's a task. You feel me? So
What was your biggest order?
we did an order for this finance company called Moody's. They was doing like a rebranding, and they did an order for like 15,000 bottles.
God,
Jesus.
damn.
It was crazy, bro.
Jesus.
It was like a $300,000 order. So that was crazy. That set us up for real. That like set us up for like us to go on to the next.
And was it still like the half deposit and then?
Yeah.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that joint was crazy. Trust me, I was saying the same thing.
Jesus. Yeah, go crazy. This nigga be saying
I'm so happy. I'm so happy it worked out for you. I'm so happy it worked out for you.
When they wired that joint, I was like, shit. We had so much. We had so much. Like all that stuff had a purpose though, because we had so much stuff to do. Like we had to create the straw lid, like creating molds and stuff for bottles and whatever. It'd be like anything that you see, like that one, this table, like anything that you see in this room, a mold had to be created to make it a billion times over and over and over.
Right.
So like molds are not cheap. A mold could cost you like 20 grand, 25 grand. A mold, like the sneakers to create that KD sneaker right there, like that mold probably was like 30,000. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So people don't understand the cost to do this shit. Like you gotta like oh, they be like, oh, come out with a gallon. I'm like, bro, coming out with that bottle is gonna cost me like 20 grand just to make the mold, not including how much it's gonna cost for inventory. And so I mean, it's just
I ain't gonna lie, that cup right there is the perfect size because you can do everything with it. Yeah, if you gotta refill it, just refill it.
New joint, 32 ounce fit. That was the thing that people kept coming at us about, was like certain cars, like our first bottle fits in like probably like 85% of cup holders, and then you got like people that got foreigns or certain cars where it's like a little smaller. So and then Stanley comes out going crazy with one that fits in cup holders. So that like we was gonna do it eventually, but then that kind of forced us to have to hurry up and create the one, because that's what people were saying, like, oh, we love your brand, but like we want the one that fits in the cup holder, because like so even though Yeti been doing it, Yeti been had the one that fits in cup holders, but they're such like a brand that just like have such a cult following that they don't need to do all that marketing, all that promotion. Like their people are solid, like they just go hand.
Yeah, just like it's
out.
Like,
they represent for them. Their culture represents for them. Like they go out and buy whatever they motherfuckers come out with a dog bowl and people is buying that.
Facts.
So yeah, we created this one specifically to compete with that one, and to also just have like a nice like complete line. So it's not something that you could say we don't offer, because you know people in the culture, hey, most complaining people ever, they'd be like, oh, like, wait, but do it. I'm like, nobody, you ain't say nothing to Stanley when you went and bought that cup. You just went and bought that joint. Like, it's the straw hanging out. You tip it, it spills, there's water everywhere.
I hate that cup.
Yeah, like I'm like nobody complains about it though. They like
cold as a motherfucker.
Then they'll come at me like, wait, your lid. Like I'm like our straws, you could tuck them joints in. I mean, you can hide it from the elements, and it's just so funny, just like how much of a standard people put Black-owned brands at, in comparison to how they don't do to other brands. Like they don't complain about those different things. Well, they will try to put that pressure on us. But all it does is just make us a stronger brand at the end of the day. So it is what it is. But I really do wish the culture would be easier on Black-owned brands, because it's harder to do what we doing with the limited budget, limited resources, and the limited knowledge that we do have while we're starting something. So
what?
I'm glad you said that. Talk about the Black-owned businesses. I have a question, because we got a Black-owned business owner right here. I seen a conversation people was having where they was like, Black-owned businesses feel like, yo, because we Black-owned, you supposed to come over here.
They do feel that way.
What is your take on that?
So I don't feel like just because I'm Black-owned, you should come to work with me. I feel as though if I'm providing the value and I'm providing the high quality that you're getting elsewhere, it just makes sense to support your own. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me. So I never put the pressure on people to say like, oh, you got to support me because you're Black-owned. But what I'm gonna do is, in my content that I create and in the vibe that we put out, you just gonna resonate with it, where you're gonna be like, it doesn't even make sense for me to buy from this affluent white America brand that's, skipping down the streets and just like, surfing out in Hawaii and stuff that you just don't resonate
do at all, yeah.
Like you don't do those things. So it's like, why not support this brand? Why not? Because we ship every, your stuff come to you in 2-3 days. We like fucking Amazon or this bottle shit. So you know what I'm saying? So seriously, like our bottles, they in and out, boy. And then the quality, top notch. We made sure that we created something that was gonna be better, that stays colder longer. You know what I mean? More durable. You can drop it. We added elements where it's easy to commute with it. You feel me? You don't gotta be walking around like this, how you see all the soccer moms and shit, or just like holding
throw it right on your wrist, yeah.
Yeah, so I made the proper steps to make it be like, why wouldn't you buy this bottle? If you're gonna buy one, you would probably want to buy one with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So support somebody that looks like you, support a brand that's resonated and that's specifically designed the bottle for you. You know what I'm saying? So
So do you?
That's my take.
I got one more, Randy. You can go.
Nah,
so do you feel like sometimes, even though I know you're proud of it, do you feel like labeling yourself and branding yourself as a black-owned business sometimes put like you got to work twice as hard now?
Oh, 1,000%.
Because you're letting it be known that it's black-owned compared to
1,000%.
just.
You should see the comments, man. People be like, you know, why'd you say black-owned? You don't have to say that.
I figured
it's
that.
like, yeah, and it's like, and it's we don't. That's not even heavy in our messaging at all. It was heavy. It was heavier in the beginning. Now it's really not. It's just you can just come to the page and you can just do 1 + 1 is 2. So like we don't shout it from the mountaintops no more.
Okay, I got you.
So like it's not something that a hill that we have to die on, because not only yes we are a black-owned business, but like we are a super premium quality supplement, like insulated bottle brand in comparison to our competitors. Like my bottles are made in the same factory as Yeti. You know what I mean? So it's not like, and the other, I can't even pronounce it, I'm not even gonna butcher their name, but that other new brand that's coming out, Alo or Owala, or whatever the fuck it's called, we're in the same factories. So it's like, you can't try to say like, oh, like, cause like I said, I will really do want you to send me that joint of whoever that random brand is that popped
I'm gonna find it for you.
I can almost bet that the quality of that joint is something that anybody could get on Alibaba. Like it's like, nah, like we took the time to design something, create it, get it done in a factory, get it, you know. It's just so many steps and stuff that we've done to make ourselves like a super legit brand, to the point Jay-Z's walking around with one. So it's like, stop playing.
You did something to put it, because you can't catch Hove with nothing that he don't own.
That's a fact.
Yeah, stop playing with me. So it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah. What do you say now, like to the kid in Philly with no cable, a wild environment? What do you say to him now? Like, yo, I'm collecting water bottles now, bro. Like, did you ever even think this was something you would be doing?
Nah.
Like, you have a collection of water bottles because it's a brand that you own, that you're making customs for celebrities, public figures, politicians.
Yeah, I would have never thought this. I'm not gonna hold you. Like even thinking about it back then, it's like that wasn't even a thought. You feel me? Like I didn't see money before back then. I didn't see nice houses. I didn't see cars. You know, like pools in your backyard, stuff like that. Like I was never exposed to that stuff. So I think it's cool that young people can see it now. So like, cause I'm like, man, if I was thinking on some business stuff when I was like 10, like my business mind would have been crazy by the time I was like actually starting stuff.
Right.
So it's like I'm like a guinea pig. You feel me? Like I had to just start stuff, fail at it, start stuff, fail at it. But luckily it was just in my DNA to just be like, something gonna work. Like it's gonna work or it's gonna work. You feel me? So yeah, my young self would be like, what? You did what? Like, you doing
Facts.
what? Like, I mean, wouldn't be able to fathom it, because I didn't understand this world until I went to college, and I started, like, I had a cousin that was getting to it. Like, he plenty of bread, street money, but he was that guy, and we used to be in New York, and he would have me around so much people that had like real money. Right. And that inspired me. At first it inspired me to be like him, and then I'm like, I can't do that. And then he got in the game and started a trucking company immediately. Right. But he was a driver. And he ended up killing it. But that just inspired me, and I started getting around other circles and meeting people that's out here getting to it. And then ever since then, I was just like, man, college is cool, but like starting a business. Like if you look at it, most of the billionaires and people that go crazy was just kind of college dropouts for real.
Yeah, for sure.
They go to college and they just like meet the connections that Destiny was supposed to make. Yeah. And then they go out and just do their thing. You feel me? So I do think getting that environment of like-minded people is definitely key. You know what I mean? Like, or unless you got to drive like crazy, like yourself, like Wallow, just come out of doing a 20-year bid and start going.
That's one of my dream interviews.
Going crazy.
That's one like that. I got two people
I want to talk to that
interview.
nigga too. So hey Wallow, if you watch this, man, holla at me.
Feel me, bro? I be hitting the number back when you hit me about that airplanes and hotels, man. Right, yeah. You only answered one time and never hit me back.
Mm-hmm. They got an automated text message to hit him back. Like they text him, he texts back like, yeah, come on my podcast. Yeah. They texted back like, send the info. I'm like, what? You got an automated number to text you back?
That's fire.
Word up, but they ain't never text back
they
since.
They be weeding through that joint.
Word up.
Yo, that is crazy. So your spare time when you put the bottle down and you step away from it, what does Jay do in his free time?
Bro, that's all I do, bro. I gotta shoot the content. Bro. I'm on a mission right now, so I don't really got no time to chill. Other than that, I just be with my kids, man. Just chilling with the family. That's it.
Right.
Making sure the home is good. That's pretty much it, man. I'm a family man, so I be with them, and when I'm not with them, I'm going hard, just trying to, cause like, bro, it's just so many levels to this, bro. Like getting into it, people would be like, oh yeah, like you know, your business did this amount already, and it's just like, yeah, but you don't really get it, man. It's just so many moving parts. Like I ain't there yet. You feel me? So like, I'm just trying to get there. Not recording no more. Like, dang, yo, nothing. This whole thing is.
I don't know how long.
Edit this part out.
He was trying to talk through that shit. But Andy kept creeping up. It's like,
He didn't know what was he gonna do.
He said,
like,
yeah,
hey,
because, you know, I'm just a I'm just a family. I'm like, what the fuck is
y'all
this
gonna
nigga doing? Like,
y'all gonna get the ball?
Y'all gonna get the ball? That boy walking away kind of crazy.
Nah, you good.
Oh shit, but that's dope, bro. You got an amazing story, man. Like I actually enjoyed this interview. It's definitely inspiring. Yo, congratulations to you, bro. I'm proud of you because you're a black man. Not only because you're a black man, but you know what I'm saying. You're a black man in America, and usually it's hard for us. And you come from where we come from.
Black man too, big dreads.
Yeah. You're a full black man. Like you could be like a template. Like yeah, like
it's hard.
It's hard, bro. Like it's supposed to be hard for a black man in America. It shouldn't be, but that's what we born to. And Spanish people too, Andy. So, but Andy looking at me like, all right, papi. Like,
I do. This is a question that I wanted your answer because you hard worker, like all the way through. Would you go back in time today as who you is? Would you go back in time and give your younger self a shortcut to get here faster? Or would you let him go through the bumps and bruises that you went through to get here?
That's a loaded question, though, because it's like, of course, I'd be like, hell yeah, give him the game. But it's like some of the stuff that I learned and the stuff that, the mistakes that it's like you got to learn those mistakes so you can, like, I'm a way better businessman now than I was back then. Like, I was probably, bro, some of the stuff and decisions and stuff like that, like, if you don't go through it, you don't. You like when you get the real joint, you'll make terrible decisions at the highest level. So it's like I'm actually happy that I made like certain decisions at the lower level, like contracts, like business partners, people that you work with. Like I'm just glad I made those mistakes when SUPLMNT was doing like $10,000. You know what I mean? Like wasn't really doing nothing versus now. So I think I would tell them about certain things not to do, but I would still let some of those struggles happen. You know what I mean? Because, like, nigga, you got to go through that to get to where you at, to, like, have the knowledge that you got now. You had to make those hiccups.
Sure.
So, yeah. Some things, yeah, and some things I'll be like, nah, you got to, like, experience that, go through that. So.
It was a little question for a reason.
Yeah.
Because you could just be like, hell yeah, I'm going to tell my younger self, and then be like, damn, but if I tell my younger self that at 19, SUPLMNT won't be what SUPLMNT is, he won't make it to the age.
Yeah. I just got one last question. We heard the amazing story. We heard where you came from. We heard who you are. Like, I mean, people could probably piece it together and figure out the type of person you are and stuff like that. But even like it's an amazing story. What are any bumps and bruises? Because when you tell a story, it just seemed like this happened, this fell into place.
It's a ton of bumps and bruises.
Word.
Like you got trying to raise money, trying to pitch to the culture. Like I tried to get black money first when I was trying to raise money, but they just weren't interested in product-based businesses. They were just like, oh, is it real estate or is it this? Like just like the typical stuff. And it was during COVID, so man, that was a time right there. And then just trying to create something that was just like appetizing to people that have money that want to give it to you, because like starting something like this, you're gonna need some outside capital, unless you hit the lottery or something.
Word.
So you know, a ton of struggles trying to raise money, but you know, we got it done.
Word.
Factory issues, you know what I mean, like misprints, I remember when I first got my straw lid bottle created, and I'm just so happy. I'm like, I put them on pre-sale. Them joints came in stock. We probably had sold maybe like 200 orders came through, and them joints went out. And they were missing the gasket on the top of the bottle right here. This is what keeps the thing from leaking, and it also keeps, it's like an airtight seal. That gasket was missing on all the fucking bottles that we ordered. And so 200 bottles went out, and I'm getting all these emails like, hey, my bottle's leaking. And it's like, oh, shit. So now I got 200 customers that didn't get the right quality bottle that they were supposed to get. Damn. So it's like, you have to think quick on your feet. Like, I had to create, that's why the tune-up kit on my site now, like, if you have a bottle, tune-up kit exists because of that mess up. So I made them send me a ton of freaking gaskets, but I made them just do the whole thing, straw, like all the inner workings of the top of the lid. People can interchange it to freshen out the bottle. So like I said, as a result of that, now I have a tune-up kit. So it's like mess ups.
And ain't nobody got that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was smart as hell.
So mess ups made me create that, but it also made my business stronger, because now it's like, okay, when people are like, oh, my straws and this and that, it's like, oh, it's a tune-up kit on the website, $10. Like, go grab that, and you can refresh your entire bottle.
Tough.
You feel me?
Damn.
So it's like, but I had to do damage control. I had to send out an email to every single person that got a bottle, telling them what the issue was, and then telling them, hey, next week I'll have a tune-up kit coming to you where you can, put. And people like, oh, I didn't even notice that was there. Now you got people like, oh, thank God, because I was wondering, because my shit was leaking. And so it's like little hiccups like that is huge hiccups, especially when you don't got the funding and you like, damn, I got to come out of pocket for all of this, and all the shipping and all that stuff. So yeah, going through this, you gonna get the bumps and bruises. But to me, you got to be optimistic with the bumps, and you just treat them as lessons. Treat them as lessons, so that way, while you going through it, you look at, okay, what's this lesson trying to teach me, and then you just make your business better or your operation better.
I like that, Jane, bro. I like everything you talking about, bro. I love the you killed that shit. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yeah, I got one last question. What would you say to? Because I always say when it comes to podcasting, when people ask me about podcasting, I'd be like, yo, there's a podcast out there for anything. Like, it's motherfuckers podcasting right now teaching you about grass.
Right.
And they getting hundreds of thousands of views. I know. And they sitting there like, see, I told you when the leaf grow on the left,
Right.
Just do it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, then leave.
Yeah.
But if you don't love what you do for free, then it's probably not the place you want to be.
Right.
So what would you tell anybody when it comes to trying to step into a lane that we're not usually in? Because you're the first black-owned water bottle company.
That was tough.
Yeah, I think anybody that's trying to approach a lane that they're not in, like you said, it's a passion thing. It's like you gotta see me, it was more the hustle of it. Like, I sold stuff before, for a company, and I knew that if I can create something that I can be the one that I can sell it, and I could be the one that's getting the most of the benefit from it. So my whole idea of the bottles just evolved. Like, it turned into a lifestyle brand. Like, when I first started, I didn't know how to shoot commercials. I didn't know how to, model somebody with a bottle. I didn't know how to create engaging stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we were stuck at 500 followers for like 2 years. You feel me? So it's like, so what I would tell somebody is when you venturing into something that you don't know shit about and that other people aren't in, that's within whoever your target audience is. You're the guinea pig, so you're gonna be the one that's gonna have to go through all of those hiccups, go through all of those. You're gonna be the one that's getting the black eyes in the industry until you figure it out. So if you ain't got the consistency or the grit to just keep going and actually keep doing it, then it might not be something that's for you. Honestly, like that's just straight up, because it's no cookie cutter in this. It's like ain't nobody there gonna help you. You feel me? Like, it's just no handouts. Nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll rock with this brand with you. Like, nah, nigga, it's on you.
Wow.
You feel me? So if you decide to venture off into a category that you will be the first one doing, just know, you gonna be the one that's gonna go through it. But the sweet thing about it is when you the first and you actually accomplish it, the reward is sweet. You feel me? But like to get there, you gotta be battle tested. You know what I mean? So that's just straight up. ain't no Cinderella story. For real. You gonna have to be the one. You know what I mean?
And that's your supplement for the day.
Yes, sir.
So we usually tell people where they can find you at. So if you want to, you can plug Supplement. But you done said Supplement so many damn times.
They just need to know how to spell it at this point.
SUPLMNT on all platforms, man. Follow us on Instagram. That's the website. Holla at us. We just dropped these new bottles, 32 ounces. We got the 24 ounce. We got the 48 ounce.
Word.
Bunch
Y'all
of
make
different
baby
colors.
bottles? Like not baby bottles.
We just dropped the kids bottle.
There we go. That's what I meant.
We just dropped the 14 ounce kids bottle for back to school. I think those emails and text messages is about to go out today to our subscribers. So if you ain't subscribed, you ain't gonna get that discount, man. So go to the website, subscribe, holla at us, and get your kids some bottles, match it with yours.
Word.
Get out here. All right, this your boy Jay over at I Don't Care What You Think podcast. Incredible episode, man. Sharing a story about Supplement. They got the Frugazi joint right here, so we're gonna get them right with the Supplement joint. You already know we're gonna get them real right. The first black on, level them up. You know what I mean? They can do away with this. Just put this on a counter somewhere. You know what I mean? Because we got you, man. Holla at us.
I sip, I roll my weed up. Niggas trip, but they can't see us. Big plays when I'm on top now. I got this, kick your feet up. Watch how I double up now. It's gonna cost 10 to see.